Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. We will get started in just a few minutes. We can see that people are still joining in, so we'll give another couple of minutes to all of our participants to join the webinar, and then we'll get started. It's probably a good time to get yourself a glass of water, cup of coffee, cup of tea. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. All right, so for the benefit of all of us who came here on time, let's get started. Good afternoon. Welcome to our webinar. My name is Anna. I will be your host for today. I am also supported by my colleagues at the background, Amanda, William, and Alex. They are here to answer all of your questions. And in our webinar today, I guess you are all very excited about this new feature that we're announcing. And this feature is the Conversations in Console Cloud. So in our webinar today, we will be talking about the conversations, what this feature is going to do for you, for your business, for your clients, how it can help you streamline your workflow, streamline all of your processes. We'll be talking about setting up your conversations and finally managing your conversations. Now we expect quite a few questions, to be honest with you, and we always welcome them. So please be as active as you like. When it comes to asking your questions and just discussing whatever you would like to discuss with your colleagues and us as well, please use the chat box and the Q&A box. The Q&A box, if used for the questions, will allow us to manage them more efficiently. So we ask you to please use the Q&A box for your questions and use the chat box for everything else that you would like to be doing. Now, to begin with, we would like to give you a quick poll, ask you a couple of questions. Take it as your maybe warm up or a little bit of an icebreaker. So My question number one to all of you: how are you currently tracking correspondence with your clients? Can you please select the answer that relates to you? And once we see those answers coming up, we'll move on. Right. So the absolute majority is using multiple folders in their inbox. And just a few people take written notes and using something else. Wow, staggering majority. 83% of you are using multiple folders in your inboxes. Well, that's very, very interesting. Now, what else I would like to do? I would like to ask you one more question. And this question is going to look like this. Would you like to consolidate everything into one place, maintain a flawless timeline of records, and execute key actions like processing bills directly from your emails? All right. Yes, please, seems to be leading. We'll love to hear that. Absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Fantastic. So with that, let's get started. Today, we are going to introduce your conversations. Conversations in Console Cloud will allow you to manage and master all your emails. That's exactly what you have been asking for. You get to keep your existing agency Outlook or Gmail address. You will be able to connect it, and we'll cover it in just a few minutes and bring the relevant emails to Console Cloud. So what problems does this going to solve for you? Instead of working off two places, your Console Cloud account and your inbox, you will be able to work from Console Cloud only. You will also keep your existing agency Outlook or Gmail address. It's important to note that only the relevant emails will be brought into Console Cloud based on the contact match. They will be automatically assigned to your existing records in Console Cloud. And therefore, you will have the perfect timeline records that will include the outbound correspondence as well as your client's response, all in the same place. You will be able to assign the emails to different users within Console Cloud. You can see the entire thread and have better control of your workflow. You will also be able to oversight all of your users. If someone's on holiday, if someone is sick, you will be able to jump on and manage their emails and look after their clients as well. All of that will be happening from your Console Cloud account. Moreover, in your conversations, you will be able to perform different actions. You can assign emails to other users within Console Cloud. You can facilitate better management and collaboration. This feature ensures that emails are directed to the appropriate person for action. You can also add notes to emails, either to yourself or for other users. This functionality helps in providing context and instructions related to the email, enhancing your communication within the team. Emails can be archived within Console Cloud, allowing you to manage your inbox efficiently. Most importantly, archiving will not remove the email from the system, but just move it out of the active inbox, which means that you can always go back to it if required. Finally, your emails can kick off workflows such as bills processing and maintenance tasks. This integration streamlines operations and it ensures that actions are taken promptly based on email content. And as another huge benefit, you can continue using your Gmail or Outlook app on the phone, and conversations will still record all of your emails. This feature provides flexibility and ensures that users can manage emails on the go. Now, let's have a quick look at where you can find the conversations in Console Cloud. Now you can see that I am on the dashboard. If I go all the way to the right to the envelope and click on that, this is my conversation screen. Very easy to navigate to. From this dashboard, you are able to filter at the very top of the page. You can select from a few options here, a list of emails that have been received by all of your users. They will all be sitting here all together. You may go to a particular user and see what has been received by this user only. Or you can also go and look at the portfolios, and portfolios will be assigned to different people. We'll show you how to get it done in our session today. Finally, let's have a look at the email. If we click on this particular email and we can see that it has got a water bill, if I click on that, I can see the activity, everything that has been happening with this email. I can see notes that have been taken. I can see who has been assigned to work with this email. I can see all of the participants. I can edit those participants as I have to, as I like, as I please. Also, I can see the links on the right-hand side. I can see which property this email relates to. Whether there is a management agreement, I can go there from here. I can also see the due dates. From here, I'm able to reply on this email. I can forward it to someone else. I can reply all. I can add a note. Or if I have to, I can just archive the whole thread if I don't no longer need it. To get out of that, all you need to do, go back to your conversations, and here you are looking at all of your emails received by this particular user. Now, let's have a look at how you can set it up for yourself in Console Cloud. But prior to doing that, I would like to reiterate a couple of points once again. First of all, Conversation is a premium feature and is available to the premium package holders only. Secondly, and most importantly, at this point of time, Conversation feature configures with Gmail and Outlook only. Therefore, if the email address that you use works off a different domain, it will not be connected to Console Cloud. With that in mind, let me show you how you can get it connected if you are a premium user and if your email address is a Gmail or an Outlook email address. First of all, let's see what's going to happen on the user level. From your dashboard, navigate to Conversations. Click on the envelope on the top right. You will see a welcome email, which will look like that. And to open it up, by the way, all you need to do, click on this email. The email will greet you and it will prompt you to verify your profile information, including your email address and the signature. To do that, you will need to click on your profile icon at the top right. There it is. Click on that and select Profile. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you back to our slides because I want to show you the setup process as it happens. So there you are in your inbox. You click on this inbox, click on this email, click on that, and next step, you will need to verify your profile. Your details will be sitting on the right-hand side. So you click verify and you will see your details. Check your name, check your email address, check your signature. This step will ensure that all communication is correctly attributed and managed within Console Cloud. Next step, under your email account, click Link. Once you click on that, the system will prompt you to link it to either your Gmail or your Outlook account. Selecting the one that you're going to use will prompt you to the next screen. So you will be redirected to your email provider to grant the Console Cloud permissions to your account. Once you're done, emails that are sent to and from recognized contacts will automatically import into your conversations. Clicking continue, you will be able to pick up an account If you've got a few, if you only have one, it will be just one account sitting there for you. Selecting that, clicking on that, a few minutes wait, holding tight, and you are connected. It takes a minute to go through everything. It took me longer because I was explaining every single step to you. Now with that, let's have a look at what is going to happen in your Console Cloud account, and especially what you can do and what you can see if you are an admin level user. Being an admin level user enables you to manage your email account for all the users within the office. You can also assign emails to specific users or portfolios if it's multiple users using the same email address. You can ensure that emails are directed to the appropriate person or the group. As we're working on the admin level now, we will be working with the settings. Main menu on the left-hand side, settings, scrolling down, subscription, selecting conversations, and clicking manage account. Once you're there, you will be able to see the list of your existing users showing their email addresses and statuses. You will be able to see whether they have been linked to your Console account or they are unlinked. Now, please be reminded that this list of users is the list of all of your users who have been ever invited to Console at any point of time. If there is an email address on this list from a historical user, remove it to clean up your data. How can you do that? Very easy. 3 action dots, click on that, and you can delete this record. Or, which is more likely to happen, click on Edit Your Participant. Editing your participant will allow you to do a few things. But let's have a look first at those accounts who are already connected to Console. If you click on the 3 action dots, clicking Edit Participant, and by the way, as you can see, you can also unlink the account if required. But let's look at what's going to happen if you edit your participant. Clicking on that will allow you to decide which participant the incoming emails to this email address will be assigned to. Now, by default, and this is the toggle that's on by default, this decision of who the emails will be assigned to is made by Console Cloud. But sometimes you may need to do it yourself. All you need to do, click on this toggle, untoggle the setting, and then you will be manually able to select from the list who this email will be assigned to. If you toggle it back on, it will be assigned to the same participant as it was assigned to before. When can you do this? You will be doing this for the purpose of your annual leave management, for example, and making sure that if someone is away or maybe on a sick leave, someone else is looking after your clients at all the time. So all you need to do, once again, clicking on the 3 action dots, selecting Edit Participant, toggle Automatic on, delete this one, and select another user. You are able to select a user or a portfolio. Once again, the user is just a single user who will be looking after the emails. A portfolio is a group of users who will be seeing the same email, who will be seeing the same conversations. I'm going to cancel this just for the training purposes. Also, as an admin, you are able to unlink your email addresses. Once again, 3 action dots, unlink your account. Why would you be doing that? If there were any changes in the team, or for the purpose of cleaning up your data, or reason number 2 is when the email is somehow not linking. So the system is showing you that the email address has been linked, but due to some reason, whatever reason, the emails are not coming through and they're not being reflected in your conversations. What we suggest you to do, as the usual first step you would do with any system, with any glitch you may experience, turn it off and then turn it back on again. So unlink your account and then follow the same steps as I showed you earlier to link your account back again. Also, being the admin level user, what you can do, you can decide how the emails will be reflected, will be displayed in your inbox folder. If you go to this area here, click on email settings, you will see another setting here, which says that by default, all the emails imported into Console Cloud from your inbox will be moved to a Console Cloud folder in your email client. You may decide to turn it off or keep it on. If you turn it off, all the emails related to Console Cloud business will remain in your inbox together with the rest of your emails. This is rather a matter of personal preference and how you would like your office to work with those emails. But be mindful that if you toggle it on or off, this is a global setting. It is going to be applied to all of your users. Now with that, once everything is set up, your incoming emails will match the console contacts, providing you with timelines and conversations and all of your threads. Now let's have a look at, in more details, what is happening with your conversations. I'm going to go back to my conversations because although I can see the conversations now, this is a part of my subscription, a part of my settings. So I'm here as an admin level user. To go to my conversations, I click on the envelope. Clicking there, I am able to decide whose emails I will be looking at. And for today's training, I am going to look at Chris's emails. I can see that we've got a few emails here in his inbox. Let's click on the first one and see what kind of email this one is. Clicking on the email is going to open up a new screen where I can see who the email has been sent to, the body of the email, and from here, I can see a few other things. So I can see who is assigned to this email. I can see the participants, whoever has been involved. And if they're there, it means that this will also reflect on their own timeline. If you click on Edit your assignee, you're able to select another user who this email will be assigned to. If you added the participants, once again, you are able to select between the two. And here comes a very interesting and a very, very important moment. I'm going back, conversations. This is the list of all the emails received by Chris. And you can see from here that you've got your inbox, you've got your sent items, and you also have something called unknown participants, and you've got number 1 here. If you click on that, it will show you another email, but somehow it hasn't landed in your inbox, but it sits in your unknown participants. Now, the reason for that is, and if I click on this inbox, I can see that this email, which is the email of the recipient of this email, is in red. If I click on that, the system is prompting me to make a decision which contact this email will be assigned to. What it means that I've got 2 staff members with the same email address. So I am deciding who this email will be assigned to, clicking Save. This has been saved now. Keep an eye on those unknown participants. They will be popping up there from time to time, especially when you're just setting up your conversations. and when you potentially may have one email address that will be matching multiple contacts. So the system will highlight this for you, and it will prompt you to manually select the correct contact. This is very, very important because this ensures that the emails are assigned accurately. So keep an eye on this area, especially in the early stages. So once again, going back to an email, let's say I would like to add a note. All I need to do, click on Add a Note. Adding a new note to Chris to act on. Saving the note. I can see who has created the note and what the note says. If, let's say, I have added a note and it was about calling the tenant or maybe calling the owner, checking some details, doing anything else, I have reached out to my client, I have spoken to them, and I would like to update Chris that this has been done. I can either add another note, or I can go back to this one, click on the pencil mark, and add whatever needs to be added. I can say done. Saving my note, once again, will be reflected here in this conversation. On the right-hand side, I can see the tenant agreement that has been linked to that. I can see the management agreement. I can see the property it has been linked to. If I need to, I can add another link. Whenever anything is in blue, it means that it has been assigned to a particular timeline. This is from where you can go to and see how it looks like on that end. Now, we have had a look at the email address or email account for one of our staff members. But what if you are using a shared inbox? Usually, you may use it for different purposes. You may use it as a shared email address for your project, for your property management team. You may use it for all the incoming bills. What you can do, you can add a setting in Console Cloud to accommodate these and to have shared conversations, but it will require an additional setup process, which is a very, very easy one. Once again, all you need to do, you will be going to your settings, going down, selecting your portfolios, and from here, you can add a new portfolio. You will be required to give a name to this portfolio. You will need to add the reply to name for this portfolio. Most importantly, you need the email address for all of your emails. So this is the email address for reply to and the email address that will be used. Signature, you can say that this is your PM team at your agency. At this point of time, I can select the users from the drop-down menu. They will be sitting under your property managers, but really this will be the primary agent name managing the portfolio. I can say that this portfolio will be assigned to Chris. Actually, that's a different email address. Let's check this one. What else I can do? I can add the participants, all those users who will have access to this portfolio. I can say that this will be Chris, this will be myself, this will be Amanda, and maybe Kim as well. Once I have selected all the participants of the portfolio, all I need to do, click Create. The portfolio has been successfully created. Next step, you will need to manage subscription to this portfolio. Going to your menu on the left-hand side once again, your subscription, your conversations, manage accounts, scrolling down, and this is my portfolio. Sorry, not this one. Where is this? Yeah, so the portfolio has been created for this email address. That's all I need to do, really. So I can see that it has been already linked because I have used the email address that has been previously linked. If I was to create a portfolio for a new email address that does exist in Gmail or Outlook, but if this account has not been previously linked, I would be following the same process. Once again, it will be sitting here under my unlinked portfolios or unlinked email addresses, clicking more, linking this account. Also, please be mindful that if you're setting this up as an admin for your users, for your team members, you will need to have access to these email or to the Gmail account or Outlook account. So you'll need to know the password, because if you can't log in, obviously you will not be able to set this all up. Now, I hope that you are getting more and more excited because you can see that the feature is really, really good and it is very easy to set up and start using. But now let's have a look at one of the most exciting features of Conversations, the bills processing feature. Whenever there is a bill received in an email, you will be able to process it off your Conversations using the existing bills workflow in Console Cloud. You will simply be creating your bills from the email attachments. The system is going to read the bill information and populate the relevant fields, allowing users to process the bill efficiently. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going back to the Conversations. I'm going back to Chris's email address. And this is the email we have previously had a look at. All I need to do, click on this email. And I can see from the body of the email that there is one attachment. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this link. I see the details. I see the details about the bill and everything else. From here, all I need to do, click Create Bill. It takes a few seconds. The majority of details will be pre-populated for you. Now, this is a test account, and we, as in our training team, we reuse the same documents because you understand we don't have too many Sydney Water bills available. But in your account, the system will be reading through all of those details, and you will not have to add those details manually. So from here, I will need to add the description, and this will be the water bill. The amount, once again, I have to edit manually, but you will not have to do this most likely because the system will be able to process those details by default in your account. From here, all I need to do, click Add Bill. I'm adding this bill. Bill has been successfully created. From here, I can view it, I can download it, or I can simply go back to my account. If I refresh this page now, it will show me that the bill has been added. This is my bill sitting here. How cool is that? Everything is done from the same place. It's reflected in the timeline of your property because this is where the bill has been attached to. This is what the bill is relating to. Also, you can see it here in your activities. Bill has been added. When it has been added, what time it was, who was the user who did that. If you like, you can add a note. You can reply. You can add a note to your clients, to your colleagues saying that everything has been done if you want to draw their attention to that. Although really, whoever has access to this conversation, whoever is participating in this conversation, will be able to see from here that this has been done. Moreover, if you have multiple bills attached to the same email, you will be able to process them at the same time. Each bill will be assigned to the appropriate property and listed under the creditor's timeline, providing you a comprehensive record of all the bills. I am sure that you are as excited about this feature as we all are. It is absolutely amazing. This is something we have all been waiting for, and this is something that is going to make your life a lot easier. Now, I know there's been quite a bit of activity in our chat, and the team is working hard at the backstage, but I would love to cover a few things for you as we go, few common questions that you may have. So I'm back to our PowerPoint. And by the way, remember how I mentioned that in your Outlook or in your Gmail, by default, all the emails that relate to Console Cloud will be moved to a separate folder. This is this folder. This is where it sits. So if you like, you can untoggle the setting at the admin level, and then all of your Console Cloud emails will still stay in your inbox. This is a matter of personal choice, personal preference. Just make sure that everyone in a team is happy with the setting that you apply, because this is a global setting. Now, moving on to the questions. These are the questions that we have been receiving from the clients who were already informed about this feature, and we just wanted to get some clarifications. First of all, whether all the emails get recorded by Console and what emails are visible. So to answer those questions, Console will only store emails that match to a linked user or portfolio email and the contact's email address. So it means that any emails that are not relevant to a property contact will not be stored in Console. The second most popular question that we get is the question whether if the user responds from Gmail or Outlook app, will the emails be stored in Console? Yes, if the inbound email has been stored in Console and matched to a contact, and then your reply will also be stored in Console. Finally, what happens if I delete emails in Console? Will this delete the email in my Gmail or Outlook? The answer is these actions will not be reflected in your Gmail or Outlook account. So if anything like this was to happen with your Console account, you delete an email and then you realize that actually you shouldn't have done this, your email will still be sitting in your Gmail or Outlook account. So this is your source of truth. This is where you can always get back to and check for what had to be done or needs to be done. Now, I would like to ask you a couple of questions. I'm really interested about your opinion. So I am bringing up my poll, and I've got a new question to you. What excites you most about the conversations feature in Console Cloud? Whether it's emails and action timelines, whether it's shared emails, documents processing, or all of the above. Emails, documents, everything. Fantastic. So I think we are sharing your excitement, and we're actually really excited about all of those features that are now available to you as our clients in Console Cloud. Finally, my last question. I'm going to start another poll. The last question for you. When are you planning to connect this new feature? Not sure yet, right now, or I've done it already. So let me know. Can you see my questions? Me just making sure it has been launched. Something doesn't want to work here, but that's all right. That's okay. I am hoping that you are happy with the system, and if you haven't connected it yet, you will be doing it very soon. So with that, we are actually coming to the end of our webinar. So today, just as a quick recap, we have had a look what the new conversation feature in Console Cloud can do for you, how to get your conversation set up, and finally, how to manage your conversations. Most importantly, let's stay in touch. This is just the first webinar that we had on this particular feature. More information is yet to come. Please register for our future webinars so that you don't miss anything else. Or you can always send us an email if you would like to reach out, if you have any questions, if you may be interested in getting some training on this new feature. With that, it's actually time to say goodbye. Once again, huge thank you to our training team working at the background for you, Amanda, Alex, William, and to all of you, have a lovely afternoon, and we'll see you next time.